The Disney Plus series Echo came out earlier this month, and I know it's had some really mixed opinions on it, but I personally really enjoyed it. Now, a lot of the characters seen within the show don't have a minifigure or have only ever featured one. So I figured with how much I personally enjoyed the show, it would be fun for us to recreate all these characters seen in Echo within Lego. Now, I wanted to mainly, of course, create a showcase of minifigures, but I also really wanted to find a way I could include some form of build into this, because I'll hold my hands up, I cannot make mocks for the life of me. But I'm actually really quite impressed with what I did, at least for, I guess, well, my standards. Now, to start the minifigures, we did indeed need the main character herself, which we grabbed from the Series 2 Marvel CMF, which of course is perfect as it's, well, Echo as herself in the show. The standout of this minifigure has to, of course, be the amount of detail within the printing. You have arm printing, leg printing, and even side printing. But what really makes this figure good, it's the amazing job that Lego have done recreating Maya's prosthetic leg. And it is indeed perfect for today's lineup. It's the only Echo minifigure that Lego have made to date, so I did indeed want to recreate some other versions of Maya, as we see a lot of her in different outfits throughout the series and not predominantly in one suit. So I figured the scene with her in a limo with Kingpin would be a fun one to recreate. So I got this minifigure wearing a nice blue denim jacket on Bricklink, and I used the legs from James Bond. The head is of course from Echo herself, and the hair was from Michelle Rodriguez's character Trudy in Avatar. And altogether it brings the perfect casual look that Maya has within the flashbacks. It's not a perfect representation, but I think for the purpose of the video it does okay. We also tend to see Maya in a lot of leather, so I ordered this really nice leather styled jacket and grabbed a pair of legs. This time, however, I took the hair from Norm's Avatar. But you could use the Trudy hairpiece again, it doesn't really matter. Either kind of works. I wanted to use the CMF hairpiece, but the printing sadly doesn't suit, so therefore the Avatar hairpiece is probably as close as we can get. Now, before we get on to Kingpin, another character that briefly appeared within the first episode was indeed Daredevil. So to remake Daredevil, I bought the Quantum Realm Explorer set on eBay, in which you get an incredible looking Ant-Man and Wasp minifigure. The reason I ordered this though was indeed for the body and legs of Ant-Man. It perfectly represents the look of Matt Murdock's suit. I then replaced the arms and used the one seen on Miles Morales from the new Venom mech, and took the head from the only Daredevil minifigure that we have had to date, the one seen within the Daily Bugle. I gave him a stick and the figure was indeed complete, and I must say I'm really impressed. I think this one turned out really well, and it's a definite upgrade on using the only Daredevil figure that we have received in the Daily Bugle, so I give myself some credit on that one. Kingpin was really fun to play around with. First of all, I made him in his traditional white suit. To do this, I used the more commonly known method of the body and legs from another Series 2 Marvel CMF, being Mr. Knight. I switched out his hands for a skin colour and then used the generic clone head. The suit really does work perfectly. Now, there were indeed a couple other episodes that featured Kingpin in a different coloured suit that I did indeed want to recreate. One of them being the picnic reunion, where of course Kingpin hasn't died from being shot in the face, let alone even lost an eye. Not gonna lie, I was really expecting to see some form of Carl Grimes style effect behind his mask, but either way, he's featured in this really stylish dark red suit that we definitely had to have a go at recreating. So I bought this very smart looking fellow, I decapitated him, and I also removed his legs and arms. Well. Then I matched the suit with these darker red legs from Grief Karga. I gave him his basket full of snacks and he was good to go. I was really proud of this one and I think it is basically near enough perfect. Now, we also saw Kingpin in a black suit, so I took the body and legs of this very stylish Draco Malfoy that I have in order to recreate this, which did indeed give us our 3 completed variants of Kingpin. Now, as a whole, I'm really proud of how these minifigures did indeed turn out, especially Daredevil and Red Suit Kingpin. There are indeed some other characters such as Biscuits and Hawkeye, but more specifically Ronan, that did appear within the show, but I feel like we've grabbed a really good lineup of figures here for a showcase. So as I did hint at the start of the video, for the build we see Maya a lot on her bike, so I wanted to recreate this. I bought the Black Widow and Captain America motorcycle set, as the build of the Black Widow bike represents Echo's fairly well. I took a bit of time and made some adjustments, such as removing the blasters on the side, with also a few smaller adjustments, and I have to say I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Let's also not forget that they both like their dinners together, so Red Suit Kingpin brought along an apple and a banana with some pie, but they decided that they weren't hungry, so they ordered some pizza instead. That's parenting for you. Eat your vegetables. But I feel the bike turned out really well, and especially with the leather suit Maya on it, it really brings together something that we do see a lot within the show. Now, along with these different variations of Kingpin that we have created and Daredevil himself, I'd say I'm pretty proud of how we represented Echo within the world of Lego. Let me know your favourite figure from this lineup and how well you think we did. If you have any ideas or suggestions, I would love to hear about them. Otherwise, I'll see you all later. Bye, guys.